So we'll go ahead and get started. On behalf of Mayor Frank Justice and the Pikeville City Commission, we'd like to welcome everybody here today for this grand announcement and event. Commissioner Jimmy Carter will come up in just a moment, but before the commission does, or Commissioner Carter comes up to take over the podium, I want to just personally, and I know Jimmy's going to have a lot of things to say about the congressman, but I want to personally thank the congressman for making the trip today to Eastern Kentucky. Congressman Rogers has been a great champion for Eastern Kentucky and the people. I've had the great privilege of working with him on several projects, and I've made this statement many times that I've gone to Frankfurt on many occasions, and to Washington on many occasions. And on my trips to D.C., I've always found the congressman's door to be open and very inviting, and to listen to the concerns and the projects and the problems of Eastern Kentucky to truly make a difference. So Congressman Rogers, we greatly appreciate your visit today, and certainly we appreciate your support and backing for this grant that we're going to announce. Thank you. With that said, again, I know the congressman was traveling today. I see Walter May in the audience. I think we just had an event over at the hospital as well that was recently announced in Juanita. So we certainly appreciate our partners in the community and all the wonderful things that's happening in and around our great region. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with the project. Okay, we are ready. The first thing we would like to do is for everybody to stand for the presentation of colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. Face. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next to the podium, I would invite Mayor Pro Tem Jimmy Carter for his remarks and other introductions. Commissioner Carter.
Thank you, Donovan. Over the past few years, the Pikeville City Commission has continued to work on a comprehensive plan and moving Pikeville and the region forward. This commission has worked diligently on investing in needed infrastructure to make way to meet the needs for new businesses, new opportunities, new experiences, and most of all, new jobs. Today's event is a celebration of another victory. For such an investment, with today's signing of another grant from the Corps, we are able to address the need of expanding services while addressing a safety concern for the new Pikeville Commons. The city has worked with leadership with both the federal and state government to make projects and opportunity happen. We have received numerous grants to make the new retail and housing development a reality, while providing the ability to outreach outlining areas to expand as well. This development does not only bring needed jobs and housing to our great city, but also national brand name stores that our citizens would normally have to drive to metropolitan areas to experience. With these recognized national chains, Pikeville will be pulling outlining markets in, creating additional service demands for our businesses, and we are all providing a way not for only a wonderful shopping experience, but allowing Eastern Kentucky dollars to be reinvested in Eastern Kentucky. Over the past few years, the Thompsons Road area has seen investments like the Thompson Road widening project, the main sewer trunk line expansion, new backup water lines, and even a tree removal project to give exposure to the entire shopping areas of US 23. Now, granted, these aren't real exciting projects, but you got to have the infrastructure for people to come. This includes areas from Tractor Supply all the way to the new Pikeville Commons. The changes were essential to recruit new retail businesses, and it worked. Over the past few years, the city has received millions of dollars from the state and federal government to make these projects a reality. Just the 5 years alone, the City Commission has received close to $35 million in state and federal grants for our community. We have good friends and great federal leadership who can take care of the people of Eastern Kentucky that were unable to be on hand work wish to make a project like this a reality. An example of such a true leader and champion for Eastern Kentucky is Congressman Hal Rogers, who is here with us today. His role with Governor Brashear in creating SOAR has made a difference and will leave an everlasting footprint. We're truly blessed to have a friend like Congressman Rogers leading the way for Eastern Kentucky. The City Commission is grateful for his support for today's grant announcement, along with the $35 million in various grants just mentioned. We're also extremely appreciative for the relationship with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. They continue to work with Pikeville on several projects, such as today's relocation and upgrade of a lift station, and the Corps recently supported the city with a $1 million grant for the design of the new sewer plant that will start construction soon. Today's grant for this important project will continue to allow Pikeville to grow and to improve the quality of life for those we serve. I thank Lisa Morgan, Assistant Chief of Programs and Projects for the Corps, and Congressman Rogers for their support and leadership. At this time, I'd like to invite Lisa up to the podium for her remarks, and we'll have a signing afterwards. Lisa.
Hello. Thank you for the invitation today. And in terms of thanks, there's so many people in this room to thank, even including our elementary school choir. But thank you, Congressman Rogers, for the initiation of the Pride program and being part of that catalyst that still continues to give back to the Commonwealth of Kentucky. The Corps is very pleased to be part of something that's not very common, and that's a partnership that transcends all levels of government, from the local level to the federal level. And personally, the work we do as engineers and scientists who help with the quality of life in our nation is usually in large projects that often are unseen and unthought about in terms of our navigation systems and the dams that we have that hold back floodwaters to allow those waters to settle, minimizing flood damages, maintaining that river system for our national infrastructure and security. But we're also very concerned about the environment and real value to the nation. This special authority gets us connected with communities in a way that other programs don't. So we're very grateful for that. We also are grateful for the Pride team. It's more than this in this room, and those that have worked in the past and continue to work in the future. We're very appreciative. And for the city of Pikeville, we really do express our thanks to you. There's so many in terms of the commission and city leadership. I've met several folks today. We work virtually from our office in Huntington to bring together all the contracts, the paperwork that really allows this partnership to happen in a way that everyone understands expectations and can put all their energy together to create this project. Truly, I'm honored to be here today representing the Corps of Engineers, and it's truly a privilege to be part of work that affects the quality of life in our nation. So thank you for your time, and thank you for having us here today.
Thank you, Lisa. Before I introduce the congressman, I see that Senator Ray Jones snuck in the back door there. I want to thank the senator for all of his help in Frankfort and always trying to get those projects here for us when we need them, and appreciate him and Representative Combs as well. At this time, it's my great honor to introduce Congressman Rogers, a great friend of the city and the region and the area, especially with the SOAR initiative coming on and with all the great things that's going to bring to us. Congressman Rogers.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor and Mayor, Mr. Donovan, distinguished guests all. Good to be with you on such a happy occasion. This is big stuff. It's not glamorous news, as has been said, but it's necessary. It's necessary to underlay the future progress of the region with the necessities of the conveniences of today. Thus, this project. Good to be with my friend Walter May, whom we visited at the hospital earlier today. And Tammy Wilson, the head of Pride, is with us. Tammy, stand up. Tammy's the head of Pride. And one of your own, Karen Kelly, stand up, Karen, Elkhorn City, Kentucky. She now runs my district operations, and she formerly ran both Pride and Unite. And so she's been a busy gal and still is, but she's a native of Pike County. Pikeville is a boom town. When I first began to represent you in 1992, 12 years ago, when I compare today's Pikeville with that Pikeville, it's unbelievable what you have done in these 12 short years. And I think it's just beginning. It looks to me like you all ain't going to quit. So I'm very pleased to be with you to celebrate this experience that you're having today. This project may not make headlines in Lexington or Louisville, but this $44 million lift station will support 200 homes in Pike County, 38 businesses, and the development of the Pikeville Commons Retail Center and apartments, which will reap great economic benefits for our region. A project of this magnitude requires in-depth strategic planning, but it's the heroes behind the scenes, like Donovan Blackburn and the Pikeville City Commissioners, who rarely get noticed for the detailed work they do to ensure the shopping doors can open and parking lots can be filled. But today is such a day. They need to be exposed for what they do. The leaders with us today on this project are ensuring that the city of Pikeville can meet the growing water and sewer capacity needs, as well as the traffic safety issues that will occur when the new shops open. This project will not only help create jobs with the new businesses that will open, but it'll also enhance Pike County's portfolio. Potential companies and investors look for quality of life for their employees, and that includes good schools, good hospitals, good shopping, recreational activities. Pike County is checking off the list. Just this year, some major announcements right in your backyard. UPike received a $40 million USDA loan for the new optometry college that they're locating. Pikeville Medical Center continues to amaze everyone. Recently completed its impressive state-of-the-art expansion featuring an 11-story clinic. Alltech is bringing its first bourbon distillery to eastern Kentucky and downtown Pikeville. Alltech will also be the first resident in the new Marion Branch Industrial Park with a fish hatchery and egg production facility. And then most recently, SOAR has named your own Jared Arnett as its founding executive director. And he was with us most of the day, but had to go to a League of Cities meeting, I think, Donovan. As most of you know, Jared has been a tremendous leader as executive director of the Southeast Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, and as the SOAR Business Recruiting Work Group chair. He'll begin his duties with SOAR on November 1st. Pride, of which this 531 program is a part, and by the way, that 531 program, we wrote into the law, when was that? What?
Was it 97?
97. One of the best things looking back at it, I ever did was to get past that Section 531 law that authorized the Corps to do this kind of work. And but it's a part of the overall PRIDE program to try to clean up and to provide good water and to help communities grow. And that's what this project will do. Since we got going with PRIDE, they've invested more than $13.2 million in Pike County alone, giving 2,200 families reliable wastewater, bringing environmental education in your schools and communities, and supporting these spring cleanups and illegal dump site clearings. You've been in the trenches. I've been there with you some of the time, working hard year after year, paying off dividends like today, as we try to rebound and refocus our resources. Our PRIDE volunteers have taught us about the importance of taking personal responsibility for our hometowns, not only cleaning up the trash, but how older and younger generations can make a difference here at home. Some of the best volunteers in the region come from Pike County. And I can't say enough about the local PRIDE committee. And I think some of the committee members of PRIDE are here. If you are, raise your hand. Yeah, thank you. Because of your leadership here, Pike County has cleaned up 84 rivers and streams. You've taken out 419 illegal dumps. You've cleaned up 4,758 miles of roadway. You've collected over 2,000 old appliances thrown over the hillside, and nearly 90,000 bags of trash. It's hard to find a piece of trash anymore in Pike County, or a dump. We're still looking, but it's hard to find. The Pikeville High School Panther Pride Club is a great example of young people working to fulfill the Pride mission, and we've had tens of thousands of them over the years. For the last 3 years, the club has conducted cleanups on and off campus, focusing on the scenic Pikeville River Trail and the Pikeville Pond. A total of 125 high school volunteers have donated more than 200 hours of service and picked up over 250 bags of trash. The students work tirelessly to educate about recycling by passing out educational materials at school and placing Save Energy and Conserve Water stickers throughout all of the buildings in the district. They mentor elementary school students by teaching them about the importance of recycling, and even created a garden for the students at the elementary school. Today, in addition to celebrating this 531 project, I want to give special thanks to the club sponsor who led the charge and ask them to join me up here. Kelly Scott, would you join me up here? Kelly, come around. She spent countless hours above and beyond her normal duties to plan and organize the numerous events that the Pride Club participates in. Ms. Scott is also responsible for leading Pikeville High School to earn the status of Model Green and Healthy School. That's the highest level of achievement in the state's Green and Healthy Schools program, which rewards students for developing and implementing improvements in their school. Pikeville High School is one of only 4 schools in Kentucky to earn the title of Model Green and Healthy School, and Ms. Scott's leadership was instrumental in making that take place. She deserves special recognition for her dedication to her students and the community. So congratulations to the Pride Volunteer of the Month for November 2014, Ms. Kelly Scott.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great work.
Thank you so much.
Let me close by, again, congratulating all to do with this project. I can't tell you how much I rely upon Donovan Blackburn. Your city manager is more than that. He's helped me on any number of projects, especially on the SOAR campaign. He arranged for the city and the commissioners to provide space in this building to headquarter SOAR until now. I think they'll probably make some other arrangements, but the city hall, under his and your council's leadership, Mayor, have been just especially helpful on the SOAR campaign. But I can't thank Donovan and the city councilors here enough for the work that you've done and are continuing to do to make Pikeville the boom town that she is. And by golly, she's also looking mighty pretty along the way, too. Thank you. Congratulations.
Congressman, we appreciate the comments. It's been our pleasure. As I was sitting there, I was thinking, when the SOAR initiative launched and we looked at certain projects or specific projects, this is a $500,000 investment, partly between the city of Pikeville and the other part between the Corps. But as the Congressman mentioned, it's much greater than that. It's a $44 million investment in Eastern Kentucky. When you look over at the television, the monitor that's gone off, and you see the retail development taking place. The retail development isn't just about shopping experiences. It's about opportunity. It's about jobs. It's about quality of life. It's about keeping people at home and allowing people to invest those dollars back into the community that we love and that we cherish. So, Congressman, when we look at those type of investments, and we look at what the Corps has done for the city and the $30-some million in grants that we've encountered over the past several years, we thank you from the bottom of our heart. Because without his support, without us knocking on the doors or calling his phones and those doors being opened and the phones being answered, we would not be the community that we are today. And sincerely, again, once again, we appreciate you. I had the pleasure of and it's been in the press lately, with Alltech has been in the market. And I've had the great privilege of becoming good friends with Dr. Lyons. And when Pierce Lyons came to town and he looked at Pikeville for the first time, and he decided that this is where that they wanted to make an investment. The reason that they made that investment wasn't just because it was a pretty place. It was because of all the other millions of dollars of investments have been made. It's because of the pride of the community. Walter, it's because of having a first-class healthcare facility. It's because of having a university and a technical college, Randy, that is second to none. It's because of having pride in our community, Marie, because of what Pride has done to really clean up our rivers and our streams. That's what's made Pikeville so precious and so special. And that's why people have invested and why the people in the audience here today takes ownership in this community. And we're extremely proud of that fact. We're proud of our partnerships. We're proud of what this commission has been able to accomplish. Jerry Keith Coleman, he's city commissioner, has been a big part of this too. He's not sitting up front, but he's always sitting up front when these curtains are open and work is taking place. It's a special place. I've been extremely blessed. So with that, Bill Deskins, I see you sitting back there. I didn't see you a moment ago. We appreciate you coming today as well. Glad to have you. We're looking forward to our next chapter. We're looking forward to what this development, what the hospital, what the university, commercial air service is bringing to the region, what the industrial development means to this area. So this is, again, just one more step in Eastern Kentucky's bright future.